Hello, hello, hello. So today we'll be going over the Surcouf event and what you need to know. We'll be going over the resources you can use to get the Surcouf itself among the other ships that are in the event, as well as when the event will be starting. Let's get started. On February 4th, the Surcouf event will be going live. As you can see here, they have announced a salvage for the Surcouf event and the resource breakdown, and I'll be going over the point systems and how much in total each thing is going to be. So as you can see here, it's going to be additive, right? So it goes from 2, and then you have to, so you'd use 2 points here, and then it goes down to, it'll be a total of 12, and then it goes down to a total of 100 points in total, right? So that's how it's going to be working out for this event. Now here is what the resource will be for. So as you can see, coal with 16,000 coal for 1 point, and you can do a maximum of 100. And then you with the epics, which are red bonuses, that counts as you have to use 12 of those to get 1 point, and you can do 100 of those total points. And then with the rares, which are blue bonuses, you have to use 72 to get 1 point, and you can only do a maximum of 50 of those. So for the math, if you only wanted to use coal, it would cost about 1.6 million coal to get the Surcouf, right? So that's how much it would be costing. Now, for the epic, the red bonuses, if you only wanted to spend that, it would be a total of 1,200 red bonuses. And for the maximum, since you can only use 50, the maximum blue bonuses you can use is 3,600. Now, of course, I don't recommend you use all of your coal or all of your reds or all of your blues. You kind of want to mix match depending upon how many of those that you have to be able to get the Surcouf if that's what you're interested in. But if you're not interested in the submarine itself, the other 3 ships do look pretty interesting as well. Also, I don't recommend this, but they are having it where you're able to convert your steel to coal, which I don't recommend it at all. Steel is one of the most valuable resources in the game and very hard to get, so I don't recommend people doing that at all. So let's talk a little bit about the things you can salvage in this event, and I'll let SAT score explain the ships. So what about the Colonna? You want to explain that one a little bit there, SAT?
So all of these ships have already been released in some form. So the first ship up here is the Colonna.
Yep.
This one requires 12 progress points. This is the same ship as the BA Bina.
Mm-hmm.
Tier 8 Italian battleship. Its specialty is basically fuel smoke along with sap secondaries. Think of it as the Tier 8 version of the Giuseppe Verdi.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun.
It is. So, and you don't have to. I think it looks a lot cheaper too. So, if you just want to have like a fun Tier 8 ship to play, this is definitely a good candidate.
Mm-hmm.
Up next, it is at 24 progress points. You can get the Narai. Not exactly the same as the Operation, but Bo, can you explain?
Yes, the Narai is essentially the Tiger 59, but it has a chi and doesn't have the good improved pen of the AP, sorry, the ricochet angles of the AP of the Tiger 59. It just has regular AP. So essentially, it's a Tiger 59 with HE. So, yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of it. Like, because I wasn't a fan of the Tiger 59. Yeah, I wasn't originally a fan of Tiger 59, so yeah. What are your thoughts about the Narai so far? Because again, it's under NDA, so we can't. None of us have played it, so we can just look at it and be like, okay, it looks cool, or it doesn't look cool.
I can't say much about it other than it's Tiger 59 with a HE.
Yep, exactly.
I don't think it'd be too exciting. Let me see if it has heal though.
It should have the same. It should have the
It
super heal.
Yeah, it has a super heal. It has smoke, no radar, but
Hmm.
considering you have guns that actually do damage, it might be a worthy trade-off. You also get emergency speed boost. Your DPM is not really that great, 173k for just 4 guns.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's okay, it's a light cruiser, but it's just more of a typical light cruiser at this point. it's not. It won't have the same reputation, and definitely not the same meme potential. So if you just want like a more generic like cruiser to play, I don't think Narai is a bad idea.
Mm-hmm. So
But honestly, I don't think you're getting this event for Narai.
yeah, of course. So let's talk about some points. So let's do so for the Zarai. What about the Zarai? Let's talk about the Zarai.
So Zara's Vosbody, that one's available at 45 progress points.
Mm-hmm.
It is the same as the BA hovercraft. It is essentially a tier 8 Russian battleship Vladivostok hull, but
Mm-hmm.
buffed up. So you just get basically you get a better hull. You get some basically it's a tier 9 version of Vladivostok. Just gradual buffs around, just like don't think there's any one specific one I can point to, but it's just overall a general overall buff from the Vlad. It's a pretty solid ship from what I've seen. You can even see it in clan battles on occasion, but for its playstyle, doesn't look too interesting.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, the final
Like not
one.
much different.
Yeah. So the final ship is going to be the Surcouf, which is going to be a total of 50 points. So yeah,
Yep.
a lot of
The
points.
Surcouf requires 95 points. So you can, for the Surcouf specifically, expect to spend 1.5 million coal. Yeah, it's expensive, no matter how you no matter how you decide to spend your resources.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I can't say anything about the Surcouf. Are you allowed to say anything, Bo?
Well, we know that it's a submarine that has guns. It has aerial ASW, and it has no homing torpedoes, only surface. And for 50 points, it would be it would just be half a million, right? Not 1.5 million. It would be half a sorry. It would be 800,000 coal for the 50,
Uh,
correct? Yeah, yeah,
Let me
yeah.
bring out the
Yeah, for
calculator.
coal. Well, yeah, for the Surcouf, it's 50 points alone, right? So let's say you got the Kolna, the Narai, the Zarya, and you want to get the Surcouf. That would cost you 800,000 coal to go from the Zarai down to the Surcouf. If you're just doing
Yeah,
simple math. Okay.
but if you're basically just, if you only want the Surcouf, or the Surcouf, it is 1.5 million
Yep.
coal. If you only use the red boosters, uh, you'll need 1,140.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, you can't get the rare boosters all the way there, so you'll have to spend some other resource.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So let's just go over the ship prices individually, right? So let's just say you only wanted to get the Kona. Like going down to the Kona, how much would it cost? So it's 12 points for coal. So
Okay.
12, 10, that would be
192,000.
okay. So that I think for the Kona, 192,000 coal, I think it's a pretty good deal, right? I think that's pretty good.
It's a tier 8. The problem is it's a tier 8.
Mm-hmm.
For reference, the average tier 9 premium is 180k,
Oh yeah,
and
I
there's
forgot the
discounts
changes. All
available.
right, I forgot the changes. Right, I forgot the
Yeah,
changes
the
to the
tier 9s are
shoal.
cheaper.
Okay. Hmm. Yeah, that is pretty steep. It would depend on how good the ship is. If it's like really, really good, then yeah, I could see it being worth it. But
It's not broken. It's a fine ship, but realistically, you're probably only getting the ship because it's in the way of you getting the Surcouf.
yep.
There's nothing wrong with this ship,
Mm-hmm.
and if you wanted it already, you would have bought the Weep version of it.
That's also true. So what about the Narai? So that's a total of 24 points in total. So 20.
Yep, you're doubling the cost.
Yep. So about 380 something thousand. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting expensive. No discounts.
Yep, no discounts. And then you go from that to adding 21 points. Yeah, it's getting there. It's about almost 800,000 in
Yeah,
total.
and that's assuming you only want the Zarya and you don't care about the other two ships.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. And then of course the Surcouf itself, in the end, it's gonna cost like 1.5-ish million. Yeah.
Hmm.
Ugh. And then the very end, you can get a special flags for 300,000 coal. All right.
Uh, nope. It's five extra progress points, so it is 80k coal for 3 flags
Oh, yeah, right. My bad.
or 4 flags. Sorry.
Yeah, right. My bad. I'm tired. I can't math
So
today. I mean,
yeah,
if you want to
you're
show
essentially
off,
that no one's gonna and assume someone is gonna zoom onto your ship and say, "Oh my God, this guy's flying a Surcouf flag."
what if it's just like really
But
giant, like really big, the size of the whole ship, kind of flag, just giant.
I wonder if anyone is going to comment saying they actually look at other people's ship flags in game. Because I've never seen, and I don't think anyone does pay attention to what flags other people are flying.
I used to remember people would comment about the Santa flag I would have on my ship or the Jolly Roger one, but that was like a long time ago. Recently, though, they just look more like camos, the death animation.
Yeah, uh, at least the Jolly Roger flag is distinct. It's black. You can make it out instantly.
Mm-hmm.
But every other flag is just a generic color with a logo somewhere in there. And
Mm-hmm.
who's got time for that?
Oh yeah, I don't got time for that. But no, that's the cost and the breakdown of the event itself. We aren't able to say how good or bad any of these ships are because they're still under NDA. But when the
Except for Cologne. Well, Surcouf is under NDA.
oh
Kelowna,
right.
Zara. Yeah, those other ships, they're already off NDA. They just came in weep forms.
Oh, that is
Except for Narai.
yeah, that is correct. Sorry, my bad. So yeah, Surcouf is still under NDA. Nara is still under NDA. So we can talk about the Kelowna and the Zarai. Kelowna looks a lot of fun to play. I think it's pretty good. The Zarai, eh.
It's, as I said, Vlad Hall. I forgot to mention, but it has normal dispersion instead of the Russian dispersion.
Mm.
Instead, it's more consistent across all ranges, which is pretty nice.
Oh, okay.
Well, actually, hold on. I take that back. It still scales a bit worse. Sorry, not Russian. It still gets the... Okay, I'm just looking at a different ship. Still kind of Russianish. Yeah, it's Russian dispersion. Never mind.
Okay.
It's just an overall improvement on Vlad then. Nothing too exceptional in terms of playstyle, but it's still solid overall.
Okay. All right, cool. All right, thank you for that. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about the salvagement itself, write them in the comments down below. But thank you all for watching today's video, and make sure to subscribe to the channel, leave a like and a comment, and thank you all for being here. And I will see you guys in the next video. Deuces.